Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Sunday Self-Care. Today, I'm going to share with you some facial massage techniques that I have, literally just using my hands. And as we know, massage is such an important part of a healthy skin and increased hydration. So I'm going to share with you a little facial ritual that I do myself on my skin. And actually, I do perform this on my clients as well to a wider level on there. So we've got wonderfully cleansed skin and applied all our serums before we start. And if you want to put a face cream on, if you feel that your skin is exceedingly dry, you can before we apply the oil. But first of all, I always like to start with the scalp, and it's the same principle whether we're gua sharing or using cupping or whatever we're doing. We want to open up the neck area for the lymphatic drainage so that any excess and lymph that we're moving can actually drain out to the points. Because otherwise, what's going to happen if we're working our eye area and it is slowly seeping down our face, it's literally going to sit here in our jowls. So it's really important to open up the neck area and the lymphatic points. But also I really like to start with the scalp. So before we get oil on our hands, we will just start by putting our hands together and slowly rubbing those together and just sinking in and taking a few breaths, breathing in for 4 and out for 4. And start thinking what you want to visualize and achieve today. Now you can feel the fingertips have woken up here. And first of all, what I'm going to do is take the palm of my hand and literally put it between my hands, press in and move up. And I am lifting both my brows and forehead here. And this is beginning to get a drainage route. And the reason we're doing this without oil is so we can get a lift on the face. And then just slowly release that back into the scalp. And you can probably already feel some drainage happening there. I'm going to repeat that again. Trying to take long, slow, deep breaths as we're doing this. Slow our breathing down. And then what we're going to do is start on the hairline, and we're going to make a circle move. So it's like 1 full circle and a quarter. So literally where the hair joins your face, we're just going to do 1 1/4 movements. And then we're going to start moving into the scalp. Now, if you're like me and got a lot of thick hair, it's a lot easier to go under the hair. So we're making a movement of 1 1/4, 1 1/4, and we're just moving that above the ear and all over the scalp. Now, if your scalp is not moving much, you will find that is an indication that you're dehydrated. So do make sure that you drink plenty before doing these rituals and afterwards. It's the best part of going to the hairdresser is actually having my scalp massaged. So when we've done that, what we're going to do now is just palpate underneath your collarbone. You've got your collarbone here, and we're going to press and circle. So we're going to make little circular movements and then pulse. Circular movements and pulse. And then at where the arm attaches, we're just going to massage that a little bit there. And this can be tender for some people, really tender or more tender on one side. And that's perfectly normal. Just apply the right pressure so that you're not pushing away and tensing up your muscles. And then we're going to start by just tapping underneath the eyes here. This links with your stomach meridian and grounds you and opens up. And then we're actually going to tap just where the eyebrows end. Trying to keep a consistent breath in and out. Don't stop breathing as you're thinking. And now we're tapping on the outside of the eyebrows. And then we're going to tap between the nose and the upper lip. And just here on the chin. Now this is working your chakras and many meridians. And then we're just going to tap here. So it's as the collarbone joins and you just drop your fingers underneath, just tap there. Take a nice deep breath in and relax. Now for this, I'm going to secure my hair out of the way. On there. First of all, I like to spritz my face with the spritzer before I apply an oil. This is a really good way to secure hydration in your skin. And then I'm going to apply quite a generous amount. It would probably be more than you would put on your skin if you were going to leave it, because we want to be able to have plenty of slip on here. And then I'm going to warm it between my hands. You can always apply extra oil if you feel you need it, and you can remove it at the end if there's excess on. Take a nice deep inhale. And just say, I am perfect just the way I am. Now, let's pat this on our face, and we're going to pat on our neck. And the reason we're patting in, because it's a really good way to get into all the pores. Our skin is not flat, it has levels there, so we can get a better moisture. Now with our fingers, we're just literally going to rub up and down along the neck. Up along the forehead. We're not applying lots of pressure here. And then we're going to get 2 V's for victory, either side of your face. And they're going to go either side of your ear. And now we are actually applying quite a bit of pressure. You will feel some tenderness here. And just work into it. If you're feeling that's tender and you need to work it a bit more, carry on. Here we are just working up the lymphatic system, waking it up. And then now on the side of your neck, moving upwards. With your flat hand, and you're rolling like this. And then you're going to do with the opposite hand on the opposite side. And you can really feel into some knots here. So honestly, apply as much pressure that you feel comfortable with. For me, I like a lot of pressure here. It releases the tension. I got a little hot spot here. And then we're going to place the hands like this, and we're going to literally run up and down. I'm going to apply a little bit more oil. It's very dry here in Arizona at the moment. And literally, we're running up and twisting off, running up and twisting off. And then we're going to speed that up a little bit. So you're already massaging like professionals. And this is something you can do along here. It's really good for the chin. And then we're going to put praying hands together. And you can turn your face as well. And we're literally going along, using the pressure of your fingers here along the jawline. And again, if you find a sweet spot, just work it a little bit more. And then separate the hands and carry on. This time going up the side of the ear. Now we're going to take, we are applying pressure here now because we're pressing down and lifting up. So just at the side here, pressing down, lifting up towards the cheekbone. But we're really working these areas here. So if I keep it slow, you can see I'm pressing along there up to the cheekbone. And then when you feel confident enough, move it a little faster. If you don't feel that and you want to keep it a slow pace, there isn't a correct pace to say you've got to go fast or slow. You can see I'm already bringing up some redness to my face here. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So we're literally pressing very firmly here up to your cheekbone here. And then we're going to just massage either side of the nose. This is a really good drainage point to wake up. It doesn't matter which finger you use. You can use any finger that feels comfortable to you. And then again, we're going to get our two fingers like this and rub up the side of the nose. And whether you wear glasses all the time or just for reading or you're wearing shades, there's a lot of tension that it creates here around the nose. And the nose is an area that we just don't concentrate much on. And it's linked to the kidneys, which will help affect drain where we get the dark circles under our eyes. This will help drain that also. So I'm really feeling it there. So I'm just giving it a good massage and then up over the eyes to the temples. So up along the eyebrows to the temple. Now we're warming up the face and then we are actually going to apply some pressure points, acupressure points to the face that are well-known beauty spots to help lift your face. So this is just using my hands. This is not using a gua sha, this is not using cups, but I'm already feeling drainage happening. We're going to work the eyes, and you've often heard, and I know I was trained, is just dab a little bit of cream on and lightly tap. Now that does have a play, it does work, it's very good and very therapeutic, but we need to be a little bit more forceful with the eyes. Where we get the puffiness and the dark circles is mainly due to a lack of circulation. And honestly, there are no creams that are going to do what you can do manually with your fingers. So you are going to apply quite a bit of pressure here, not that it's too sensitive, that it's uncomfortable, but literally you're going to take your two fingers and go along the brow bone and out. So you're almost hooking up as you get in there, along the brow bone and out at the temple. This is a drainage point. So everything that we're moving from the eye then has an exit route. We've opened up between the two eyes here already, which is the drainage point, but we're going to move a lot of the eye through to this drainage point. So starting with your fingers on either side, just slow along the bone. So your fingers are actually touching the bone. and working out towards the temple. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do that 1 1/4 movement that we did before, but we are going to do this lightly on the eyes. So starting at the middle there, between the eyes, it's 1 1/4. And just slowly work your way around. We're not pressing in here. We're literally using the weight of the finger to move the skin. And then start again between the 2 eyebrows and work on the top. So your eyes should feel clearer. And this is really good if you have a headache. These are very good points to work. Now, another technique I'm going to show you, and this might be a little bit more difficult to master, so don't worry if you don't get this straight away. You can replay the video or just stop and go over this part a few times, but it's quite easy to do. So we're going to have our hands upside down between the 2 eyebrows, and we're going to lift up. Now this is really good for straightening and smoothing the lines here and lifting your eyebrows, giving your eyebrows a good arch. So it's literally on the skin, weight of the hand pressure, flicking up. So it's a flicking movement. You might want to just practice on your hands. It literally is fingers are totally flat against the skin, lifting and flicking. Now what we're going to do is use our knuckles, and we're literally going to rub all over our face, and we're going to wake everything up, warm it up so that when we use the acupressure points, they're going to be more effective. So literally starting here at your jaw, work your way all over the face. And what I like to do is I bend my fingers like this and rub against the side of my ears here again. Remember, these are great drainage points. And you can do that on either side of the nose as well. We really want to activate those drainage points so that all the lymph can move. And now when we go to the forehead, I tend to take it down to one hand. If you've got a very big forehead, that's great. You can use both hands, but most of us don't have such big foreheads. And we're just literally moving the knuckles in circular movements like this over the skin. And it feels really good on the bony parts. So now your skin is wonderfully warmed up. You've got oxygen coming to the cells there. You've got nutrients flowing. Your lymph is working better and cleansing and detoxing on there. I'm just going to show you a few beauty spot acupressure points that are very easy to do. Again, we can use whatever fingers we feel are comfortable for us. So I tend to use my middle finger. And the first point is directly on the bone here, just below the eye. And we're going to press in a little bit and just do about 15 circular movements. As I say, if that finger doesn't feel correct, move to your pointer finger, whichever finger feels correct for you. So it's flat against the face, pressing in, and circular movements. And then pulsate that, holding for 3 seconds, lifting, holding, lifting. 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. So that is a classic lifting, brightening the eyes, plumping the cheeks. Now we're literally going to move to underneath the cheekbone, directly beneath the eye, underneath the cheekbone. And we're going to move in circular movements, about 15 circular movements here, warming it up before we actually apply the pressure. And now pressing in. You can apply quite a firm pressure here, what feels comfortable to you. And off. And hold in for 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And again, 3, 2, 1. One more time. 3, 2, 1. Now, I work my face quite regularly with gua sha and cups, but I can still feel some tenderness there, and it's a really good tenderness that I feel I'm lifting my cheeks there. From the cheekbone there, we're going to glide all the way to where the ear, top of the ear, where that just joins the scalp. And you can probably feel a pulsing already on your fingers. So the 15 circular movements. And then pulse for 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Now for me, this is a very sensitive area, and this links through to my neck. It correlates there. So it's a good area for me to work. And I can just feel that loosening my neck a little bit, and actually all the drainage coming along here, that's opened up there. Now we're actually going to put our fingers at the beginning of our eyebrows and do exactly the same circular movement. And then pulse for 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Now, some of you might be thinking, wow, that is so tender. This links to your liver, and it's very common to have tenderness there. So it's, again, a great headache point that you can massage. And these points do actually correlate with the organs in your body as well. That's the beauty of them. Now we're actually just going to work on the end of the eyebrows. For me, not such a tender area. And taking a deep breath in, press for 3, 2, 1. Another deep breath in, 3, 2, 1. Now, once you've memorized this routine, you can meditate while you're doing this. You can play some lovely meditation music, perform some rituals. Now we're just going to ground ourselves back into our body and work through our yin and yang. So just in the depression here on the chin, with one finger, make the movement. Now you can go to clockwise or anti-clockwise, or you can do clockwise then anti-clockwise if you feel so. And then just press in 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to work just in the little lip there of your lip, the little curvature. And we're going to warm this up. And then 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to work our third eye. Here we apply less pressure. It's more of a light dusting. Just the weight of the finger on your forehead. And then just pulsate gently. If you want, what you can do is let your eyes roll up to your third eye and visualize how you would like to see your day unfold. Or if you're doing this at the end of the day, you can visualize you're sleeping well and feeling refreshed when you wake up in the morning. So now we're just going to do some very light lymphatic drainage with our fingertips. And we're starting at the middle and we literally are gliding along. There is absolutely no pressure here whatsoever. And down the neck. Towards the clavicle, bring your hands to join, drop underneath the clavicle. And then move them out to where your arms join your body. I'm going to do that again. You can see I'm going very slowly. And then starting just underneath the eyes. I can already feel that my breath has slowed down. I'm making up words. I'm feeling calmer, more relaxed, and happy to take on my day. Now, if you feel that there's too much oil still there, that it didn't all go in, you can just pat that off with a clean face cloth or a clean tissue. You don't really want to use a towel that you've been wiping your hands on all day or your body. So just use a clean towel or a gauze 4x4 and just pat off any excess. Leave it for a few minutes. If you can leave makeup off, that would be wonderful. But if you have to put makeup on, just leave it for about 10 minutes for your skin to settle and then apply your sunblock and makeup and go out. So I enjoyed sharing my self-massage on my Sunday ritual with you. I hope you enjoyed that, and please let me know how you get on. Comment below, and if you like these videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.